I think I just want other people to feel how I felt the day that I accepted Jesus. Like everything that you've been hiding or everything that you just have in your body that you just feel like you can't get rid of, like you can't tell anybody about, or like you just don't want to tell anybody about, I think that just kind of goes away.
Yeah, Andrew, I'm excited to just talk more about your story and hear. I've gotten to see a lot of just what the Lord has done in your life, and so yeah, I just want to hear more about how Jesus found you and what that's been like for you.
I started I say like 3 years ago. I've always went to church as a kid, but it was never like I went to church. It was more like family Sundays. Like my parents wanted to go to church, so I just kind of went along. And then I started playing soccer on Sundays, so soccer kind of came in my life, and that kind of took over. So we couldn't go to church. Like my family didn't go to church, so it's like there was just like the parental like force, I guess, to go, right? So I never had the chance to fully understand because it was just more like I was forced. And then like 8th grade, I met my friend Carson and my friend Parker in 7th grade, and my friend Sinjin as well in 7th grade. But it was never like it's never like we kind of just like never really got to know them a lot in 7th grade besides Parker. But what's like important about Parker in my story is like me and him started together. Like we both kind of just didn't know much. Like our families went to church, but it was like never me and him. And so he's also been super helpful because it's like we started together. Like we're at the same point together. Um, but yeah, in 8th grade, I started to get really close to my friend Sinjin and my friend Carson. And then through them, like their families went to church. Like they grew up going to the church. So, they invited me to some events, and I really enjoyed it. It was super fun. Um, and then freshman year, they all went to camp, and like they came back and they just talked about camp, and they're just like, dude, like you should go, like blah blah blah, like just super, like it was like they
Yeah,
were super super excited about it, super fun. And so my sophomore year, I went to camp for the first time. I think that's when like the first time I really experienced like what it feels like, or what like, because I think camp is just something that you can't really talk about. It's more of something like you have to be there to experience it. You have to be there to feel it. And so that I think, yeah, that's when kind of my everything changed. I was more just like focused on what people thought of me. And like freshman year, like it was always like, what is this person gonna think I'm doing, or how are people gonna react to what I'm doing? Um, and then sophomore year, I went to camp, and then I just kind of started getting more involved, starting to get to know people. And then I think this last summer, I think that's when it like all changed. Like I think throughout my sophomore year, I was going to church, but it was never like consistent. Like I had soccer, like I just had a lot more priorities. It really just really changed this last summer. I met a lot of people. Like the pickleball courts opened up at the Grove.
yeah.
Um,
Come on.
yeah, it's probably one of the most important things that have happened. Like I just didn't think anything of it. It was more of like it's a sport, like something fun, like something that old people play. I didn't think I would meet. And yeah, I started to meet a lot of people, just to like make friends even outside of the courts. That just continue to make me feel plugged into the church. Like I know a lot of people. Like I go in the office sometimes and I'm just like saying hi to everybody, and it's like, or like I'll bring a friend over to the church and
Yeah.
they're just like, dude, you know everybody. How do you know everybody? And I think those people have really changed everything for me. I think you and David as well, so inspiring for me. Like I try to be like you guys, and I know you guys try to be like Jesus, and we all try to be like Jesus, but we're nowhere near it, and I'm nowhere near it. But I look up to you guys a lot because of the way you guys just continue to feed not like only to yourselves but to people. Like you guys look for people, and I think I used that a lot for myself, because I'm outgoing. Like I just can talk to anybody at any time, and I think that's a gift that God gave me, and I thank Him every day because I'm just able to bring people to Him. And so yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's kind of just been how it's going. I think now just like I think that's something that I strive to be. Like I just want to be like Jesus. I want to be closer to Jesus, and I think yeah, I just think that's where I am right now. I think it's I think I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. What do you think it was that clicked for you at summer camp this year? Because you had been sophomore year and junior year, now coming into your senior year, you had this. I know it was a great week for you at summer camp, and like part of just the summer overall being on campus at the Grove a lot, but what was it that kind of changed in your mentality and your approach to just wanting to have more of Jesus in your life?
I think what, like, obviously like the change it made myself, like the change it made me do for myself, but like sophomore year I was there and like it was like kind of the receiving end. I was like, if you want Jesus, like if you want to accept Jesus, like we had that whole speech, and I think I stood up that day. So I kind of was like, it was more of like a selfish, like I'm doing this for myself. Like I wasn't really looking around. Whereas like junior year, like I had already done this, so I understood what those people were feeling. And once I saw so many people stand up, I think that's what really clicked for me. I think it just like, it was like so inspiring to see, like, because I know how it feels. Like I know how it felt. Like I was through there the year before. And so I think that really just clicked for me, because it's like, it wasn't only me who felt this, like so many people can experience like such a good feeling. Like it was very good. Like, so I think that was what clicked for me, because my thing was like, I can strive to be better and allow myself to have the opportunity to get other people to know Jesus. And I think like in more of like a outgoing way, or like just like outreach, like I think that's what kind of clicked for me in a sense.
How have you seen the power of Jesus change your life?
I think like you were saying, like gratitude. I think in that sense, like I just gained like so much like compassion. I think I'm very like, now I'm able to forgive, like just in that sense. And I just think like I just want other people to feel what he's felt. So I think, or what I felt when it happened. So I think in that sense, like I think in the power that I felt is kind of driving me to allow others to feel that power as well. Yeah.
And I've seen you have just an extreme burden to just bring other people to know Jesus as well. Talk to me about that, of just where that comes from and why you have such a drive to be bringing other people in, to be inviting people to church, to be telling people about Jesus. Where does that all come from?
I feel like for me, it's just like again, like I was saying about camp, like it's something that you can't really explain. Like it's something that you go and you experience it. It's like more of like an experience. I think I just want other people to feel how I felt the day that I accepted Jesus. Like just so, I don't know, you just feel like so like relieved. Like you just like, it's like you can just sit down, you can go to bed that night and just feel so relieved.
What do you think that relief is?
It's just like everything that you've been hiding, or everything that you just have in your body that you just feel like you can't get rid of, like you can't tell anybody about, or like you just don't want to tell anybody about. I think that just kind of goes away, and it's kind of just like, it's like a blank. Like you're just like, and I think that's what I like. That's why I feel like I want to bring people, because I just want people to experience that. Yeah.